Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world, welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going Filipino. We are going to make Pandesal rolls. Like always, we always start with our dry ingredients. We have 3 1/4 cups of flour, that's 405 grams of flour. We add 1/4 cup of sugar, a teaspoon of salt. So we mix this in really well because we want the salt to be evenly distributed throughout the flour. Salt and yeast do not get on well. Next is 1 packet of instant dry yeast. No need to bloom this, just simply place it in and give that a good stir. Now the only other dry ingredient we have is homemade breadcrumbs. Take a look at that, fantastic. But we won't be using this until right at the end. Just prior to putting our rolls into the oven, we will coat them with this homemade breadcrumbs. So that's it, that's our dry ingredients. Coming up next, our wet ingredients. So we start off with creating a small well in our flour. We have 1 cup of lukewarm milk. We add 1 beaten egg and 55 grams of melted butter. We give that a good stir and we add little by little into the flour. Mix it all up with a spatula. Just makes it easier to make sure that the flour along the wall of the bowl gets into the mixture. We don't want to put too much in at the same time. So at this stage, things are looking pretty good. So I'm really happy now with the mixture. All the flour and the liquid has mixed in really well. I've only had to use the spatula, not my hands. You can see how clean they are, which is a bit of a bonus. Just making sure now that all the dough is off the side. And what we'll do now is grab a towel, fresh clean tea towel, place that over it, and we'll leave that for 20 minutes. When we come back, we'll take it out of the bowl and we'll start kneading it. So 20 minutes has been up. Let's set that aside. What we do now is just sprinkle some flour, not too much, and we get our spatula and we just empty that out onto our bench. What we do now is we start kneading. So we knead for about 10 minutes here. I shape the dough into a ball, grab a large bowl and add a tablespoon of oil in it. Place the dough into the bowl and cover it with the oil. So that now is ready for a bit of cling wrap. We find a nice warm place, let this rest for about 2 hours. So 2 hours have passed, and as you can see, our dough has risen perfectly. Let's get rid of the plastic. Spread some flour on the surface, don't need too much. And we'll just tip that over. So we're pretty well done here. So I've got my tray, got my dough, got my weighing machine. So this is where we need our breadcrumbs. What I do is I just simply break a piece off, roll it up. Let's see what that is, 50 smack on. After rolling the dough into a little ball, I then cover the dough with breadcrumbs and place it in the baking tray. So we have a total of 15 Pandesal rolls ready to go into the oven. First thing we need to do is get a fresh tea towel, place it over it, like so. Just let them rest in a warm place for an hour. We place them into a preheated oven, 175 degrees Celsius, for about 15 minutes. The moment they start turning brown, that's the time to take them out. Once baked, remove from the oven and place on the cooling rack for 10-15 minutes. So ends another day in the kitchen. Look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.